Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to get this new test panel that I've bought, which is a bonnet off a BF XR6 Falcon. And as you can see, it's pretty filthy. I don't know if it's sat outside for quite a while, but when putting the detailing light over it, you can actually see it's quite a nice colour and it's nice and dark, so it'll be really good for these video tests in the future. So what I want to do is I want to get the paint basically looking like this all the way around. So you can see the actual colour, you can see the nice metallic flecks in it. Now this has a few scratches in it and stuff that I'm not going to get out, but I figured it's worth trying to improve over what it currently is. So I've set up a table with a bunch of products to use. So to start off, we'll just foam it down, rinse it. We'll give it a hand wash with our usual and my favourite Capro Reset, which we have ready to go in there. Then we're going to clay it down. So it's pretty filthy, so I'm going to use the Wax It clay bar, which is quite an aggressive clay, and we'll use NV Purify with that for our iron decontamination and clay lubricant in one. Then we'll test out a new product from Bowden Zone, which I haven't used before. They're flash preps, so normally I use Capro Eraser. Actually pretty stoked that this is now a product you can just get off the shelves. So I don't think there's anywhere sort of at the usual Autobarn, Supercheap Auto, Repco type places where you can go and get a sort of isopropyl alcohol type prepping spray. So really stoked that Bowden Zone have brought this one out. So yeah, we'll try that out, and then we're going to machine polish it using my ShineMate polisher and some Shoal Concepts S3 cutting with a yellow pad, and just haven't grabbed the other pads out yet, but then a finishing pad with some S30 Plus to try and get this paint looking sort of as good as sort of the Evo 10 paint on both of our Evos. So yeah, hopefully we can get this looking its best. Figured make a bit of video out of it and show you just before and after. What I might do is put a line across, do one section first, and show you guys the difference. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Now I will get started and yeah, start off by washing and decontaminating this panel. Okay, so to start, let's give it a quick foam down with NV Snow using our new Wax It foam cannon. So try not to get this over the Evo parked behind it. Alright, so get our mitt and we'll give this a wash. Okay, so now we've washed and dried, basically dried. Let's move on to some decontamination. So NV Purify and some clay. It's a pretty aggressive clay bar, this one, but this paint is really bad, so, and we're polishing anyway, so it's, you know, no point worrying about marring it with this clay. So spray it down. That is plenty, more than enough. So that's that on there, and we will give it a minute or two for the product to react as instructed before we work it in with our clay bar. Okay, so let this product dwell to react for a little bit. It's not really many spots where the iron is coming out, but we've got a few little ones. But yeah, I think the panel is mainly just really dirty. So yeah, we've got our clay. Let's work it in, and we can hear this. Quite a few. Yeah, straight away, making the panel smoother. Okay, so we have clayed it. So let's give it another rinse, and then we'll wash it again before we start looking at how the paint ended up after all those steps. So we'll give it another wash just to get anything left over from our claying lube. Okay, so we have finished everything we had to do outside as far as washing and decontaminating. So I brought the bonnet back inside. I've put a line of tape down roughly the center so that we can sort of compare. So now that it's inside with some light on it, you can see just how bad and hazy this is. Grab my light. So yeah, it is absolute haze, swirls, and then up here is really bad. So it's the same over here. It doesn't probably look as bad, just because there's more light shining over from this side. But so we'll tackle this side first, which looks worse in my mind, and then we'll come over here to compare. And you can just see the potential that this paint has. I really like this color, if I'm honest. So hoping that we can get this looking, you know, at least 80% to 90% better. I'm not going to try and chase every swirl out. That's not what really this panel's for. But yeah, I just thought I would show you guys how it is looking once we are inside. It's completely smooth. So I mean, if you were to just get a car that looked like this on the paint and just do decontamination and clay sort of steps, this is pretty much as good as you're going to get. You can do hand polishing, but without actually cutting in using a compound, it's not really going to get the best. So it's really worthwhile just grabbing a cheap polisher like this, ShineMate one. It'll come with your pads, come with compounds, and just having a play around. So I learnt doing it on basically my own car, my wife's old car, her new car. And yeah, I've done my car like twice now. One of the first videos on this channel was actually me polishing and coating this Evo 10. But if you didn't want to try it on your own car, this bonnet was $150 delivered. Just buy something like this and just play around, test it. But yeah, with that said, let's jump in. I'll put the GoPro back on my head. We will just have a go at this, see how it comes up with some machine polishing. All right guys, so got our polisher ready, got our pad on there. Here's what we're gonna try first. So this is the most aggressive pad that I have, most aggressive compound. I do have another one, but I think this is probably more aggressive. So I'm gonna give it a shake. I'm gonna lay a bit of product down. So let's just do maybe the bottom half of this bonnet to start. So what I'll do is just some dabs. So we'll go for this area. So we'll go pretty high speed. Actually got a fair bit of dusting there. Probably used too high of a speed. Haven't really used this combination before of this pad and compound. But let's just see what that did. So massive difference straight away. Wow, that changed it up a lot. So let's just spray it down with a bit of the Bowden Zone Flash Prep. I did actually spray this down before we brought the car inside, just to help it sort of dry. And yeah, it smells really nice actually. It smells like banana, I think. I really like the smell of CarPro Eraser too, which I usually use, but I think it's just because I'm used to it. I don't know, associate the smell with polishing, and always find doing this really satisfying. So I don't know if it's just like if it's a smell I like, or it's just the process it reminds me of, but yeah, Bowden one smells really good. And we'll just wipe this dust off over here, just so we can compare it. So, put that down, grab our light. So have a look at that paint already. Just one quick pass compared to that. So hopefully you guys can see. Have the GoPro on my head. I might just take it off, might make it a bit easier for you to see. I can get the camera in closer. So here is before. And look at all those swirls and all that haze. Here is just one quick pass with the cutting compound. So hopefully the camera's kind of picking that up. Sometimes hard to really show this with a camera. With my eyes, it is, over here it just looks amazing. This color, I really like this color now. Kind of, like I love the color of my Evo 10, so I'm not changing it. But if I get a project car, this is definitely in the list of colors to paint it, even though it's so similar to my paint on my Evo anyway. But yeah, so if we come up here where we didn't, you can sort of, I didn't put a line down, but you can pretty much see where I polished and where I didn't. So straight away success. What I think we'll do now, do the back half section. Then I think we're going to go over with polish. I don't think we need to go over again with the cutting compound, so we might do a finishing polish after we do this back section with the cut, and then we'll pull the tape back and actually compare the difference, see the 50-50 results that we got. All right, so that's the back section done. Let's just wipe it down. Now, obviously not going to get etchings like this out. That's not what I'm really going for. I just wanted to get the paint looking a bit better. That's a bit beyond my level. That's sort of clear coat damage there. So yeah, we're not trying to get anything like that out. We're just trying to get this haze that you saw at the start out and make this look nice and glossy and make the color really pop. Just for our test videos to have the best sort of results, basically. So it looks like I still need to do probably another pass over here. Might change the pad out, it's getting a little bit gunked up. So, but yeah, already looking a lot better. So I'll go another round back here before we move on to the polishing stage. So I won't film that I'll just get this where I'm happy with the cutting, and then I'll quickly film the polishing, I guess, finishing polish, and we'll look at the results compared. All right, so got the cutting where I want it to. Realised it's not actually a car that I'm going to be driving, so it doesn't matter how much I get it perfect, but I got it pretty good. Moving on to the S30 Plus swirl remover with a soft red pad. So turn the speed way down on this, 2.5. So let's see. I mean, it's looking good. This usually will give it, I don't know, make it pop a little more. But surprising how good just the cutting managed to get it just on its own. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, wipe that down, see how we're looking. Oh, there goes a towel. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. We've gone over with the polishing and the cutting. Let's peel our tape back and get a good look at the results we achieved. Let's leave that there because I'll peel it back over to finish. But yeah, that is a huge difference. I really hope the camera is picking it up. It definitely won't be as good as it is in person, but I mean, have a look at that. It is absolutely like a mirror over here, and just hazy, swirled, not much clarity and depth over here. The light helps. So let's turn the light off. Just go off the lights that are in here. So if you look up there where that light is hitting, so yeah, it's not perfect and I'm not trying to make it perfect, but look at the difference you can do with just a little bit of work. So yeah, pretty big difference. And so I'll put this light down. I'll grab sort of just normal light that I have. So I think for like in person, the detailing light shows my eyes better, but I feel like this light works better with the camera. So just absolutely amazing difference. I'm really actually happy with this. So yeah, that is the new test panel for the channel. That rhymed, but you know. So this is what we'll be using for the next few tests moving forward. I'm going to actually grab another couple panels, like I may have said, like a black one, maybe sort of blue, like a couple of different colors. So this, like I said, is Ford BF XR6 Falcon paint. Don't know if it's going to really mean much for different sealants being used. It is a darker color, and like you can see, it does have a nice bit of metallic to it. So when we're doing sort of rinse tests for different sealants, you should really be able to see much easier on this compared to what I was previously using, which was my wife's daily driver Holden Breener, which is like pearl white. Couldn't really see much. So moving forward, hopefully this makes the videos a little bit better for you guys. And I'm just going to be sort of putting this sort of outside, leaning against a wall, when the tests, you know, between the week between the rinse and the wash tests for the products, just because most people are having their cars basically sitting outside 24/7, whether it's parking or what, but either way we're going to get the absolute worst sort of behavior you can get with the sun, as it's going to sit outside all the time. It's going to sit in the rain, it's going to get dusty, it's going to get dirty. So yeah, so I'll end the video here basically. I'm going to now obviously do the other side of the bonnet, but I don't need to show you guys that as well. But as you can see, this is the results. This is how it's going to look both sides. And yeah, this is the panel we're going to use for the channel for all the tests moving forward. We'll still use like full cars for certain tests. Got a few family and friends cars I might offer to do for them and get them to come back every now and then. We can check how their car's looking, how the product has behaved. But for the most part, I'm going to be using just test panels like this. I'll probably pick up another 2 or so in different colors. And yeah, here's the results that we got out of polishing. So, I mean, I know I'm not the most experienced. I've polished like 5 or 6 cars now. But if you guys want to actually learn from someone who knows what they're doing and actually gives you the step-by-step tips, definitely check out Carcraft Auto Detailing. Probably the best video I've ever seen for how to machine polish your car. So I'll put a link to that in the description, as that is just, yeah, the absolute best way to learn, I think, is off that video and just buying like a panel like this if you want and just giving it a go. Yes, that is going to be it for this video. So make sure you subscribe, because there is going to be plenty of tests going on with this panel. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I would really appreciate that. And as always, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what products you want to see tested against each other. Yeah, I am buying as many of the products you guys suggest as possible. It does cost a lot of money, obviously, as you can imagine. So I do want to use some of the stuff that I already have, but every time someone gives me a recommendation they'd like to see of a product tested, or a product that I haven't got that they'd like to see me pick up and try out, I have been screenshotting those and adding them to my list, and we'll be grabbing all those over time. So yeah, definitely let me know if there's products you'd like to see tested. But with all that said, this is going to be the end for today. So yeah, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.